So I'm really excited about this week's shows. I've put a lot of work and into watching them because that's a thing. Oh, hang on, I got a call. Hello? Oh, it's my boss. Hello?
Cartoonist.
Oh, hey.
I just got that thing you sent me, and now I can become new cassette anytime I want.
Oh, that's great.
So that makes me wonder why I need you anymore.
Oh, well, I'm working.
You're fired.
Oh. Well, I guess I lost that job.
Well,
but there's still one job that I have to do.
That's.
Oh shit! How do we start the episode? Fuck! I screwed it up. Do the thing.
Cue the roll call.
That's it.
We are live.
Loading.
Tempered Zeal. Bluecaster. Superichi.
Loud and impulsive. Pinkcaster. Lane. The trickster of infinite topics. Savage Caster. Ibarra Fox.
Broadcasting hundreds of opinions across the world.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 267. Oh, and Blaze has got it on point this week. It's episode Silcoon.
My favorite.
Proto-Mothra. It's funny, just earlier this week, I finally sat down and watched with Gar the recent Godzilla King of the Monsters flick. We all went to see it in theaters when it was in theaters, but I had to walk out of the movie before it ended because I had a work call I was sitting in my car dealing with until 1 a.m.
First time I went to see it, I walked out of it too. I walked out of it because I was like, I'd rather be doing things other than... I literally walked out and said, can I see a different movie? And then my friend's like, no, you need to go watch it, and you paid for me to go see it again. And it was okay.
I mean, I'm not usually into that specific subgenre of toku, but I came because Thomas Middleditch was in it.
The dialogue in that film is worse than the average episode of Power Rangers when they're not trying.
I mean, it's a kaiju flick. What do you want?
Oh my god! Zilla.
Yeah.
The effects look great. The monsters look great. The greatest tokusatsu monster of all time looked great with all his 3 heads. But the dialogue...
Like Godzilla.
No, I was talking about the real king of the monsters, which is Ghidorah.
You know what's the funniest part about that is? I apologize if I'm about to spoil something, but as they were talking...
I don't know you enough, Vegas. My response to that... I had a response of, like, I don't know you, so I can't respond with what I was gonna say.
Oh. But, like...
It was gonna be something about how many heads your mom has.
Whoa. Talk about the 3 little bears.
It was just like, yeah, it was like a 3-headed bitch, and I'm like, well, so's your mom.
Your mom is the 3 little bears.
Yeah. Anyway,
But what I was going to say is I completely guessed the fact that Ghidorah was an alien like minutes before they even got to
He's been an alien for 40 years.
I don't watch kaiju flicks!
Yeah, no,
I'm just saying, the effects are great, some of the characters are great, but the dialogue is terrible.
It's a kaiju flick! You're not there for the dialogue!
Like, it's worse.
Accidentally guessed the lore correctly.
Yeah. Also, welcome to Vegas, aka Bearcaster, one of our Discord regulars who's guesting on the show this week.
Yep.
Hello.
I'm sorry about the joke about your... I'm sure all 3 of her heads are lovely.
Rawr, bitches.
I'm sorry about your mothers.
My mother has 3 heads. It's not a thing.
And they're beautiful!
Well, 2 of them are. One of them's a right.
One of them's Kevin.
It's a 3
bears stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, they're trying to get into a Godzilla movie. 1 ticket, please.
Damn it, Kevin.
I want popcorn.
Wow.
Oh man, Blaze just guessed the name of my penis. Ghidorah's 3rd head.
Kevin?
I swear to God, I thought you named your penis Kevin.
Well,
I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a wicked Kevin.
Mine's called Slowpoke.
Yeah.
I'm sure Cell came up with a name for mine at some point, but I don't put stock in that.
If
so
my
I forgot
penis
what
was
it was.
named if my penis was named Kevin,
Hey, look, there's
it would make people realize they left their kids at home.
Kevin.
Please, how'd you get that picture?
He just Googled "mom bear" or
Could we
something.
be any more off topic?
Shit. Well, okay, so Gar is not here because he's off side questing, and Emily is on her way back from Disney World Land. So this week, well, before we get to that,
Itchy, the name of this episode has to be "Your Mother Was a Three-Headed Bitch."
Whoa!
Okay,
Whoa!
this is the last bear thing I want to relate. Like, it's a fake thing that like the creator did, but it's still really, really funny. It's a fake Berenstein bear.
why is Mommy moaning?
The actual creator drew that as a joke.
Quick, save her!
You know what would be even more meta if it was spelled Steen at the top?
Yeah.
No, I've seen it as Berenstein. It's Berenstein Bears.
Have you seen it since that event
only
happened?
called them the Berenstein
Oh,
Bears.
you're from. Well, I guess we're both from the alternate universe that has been erased.
Yeah.
Oh, not
The bloody
Mandela
stain.
effect shit again.
That's what the nerd's from.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Gotcha, Lias.
Yeah.
I love you, gotcha.
I'm on fire lately. It's all the cocaine, really.
Hey, man, we didn't want to bring it up, but...
You should really put that fire.
Oh, no, it's okay. I brought some for you this week, Lane.
I thought that was sugar.
Oh, shoot! Yeah, Tom, in the fridge there's a ball of Coke for you that we got for you.
Sorry?
There's a ball of Coke in the fridge for you if you want.
That's not a
Yeah.
joke, by the way.
No,
Oh,
it's
shit.
actually there's a ball of Coke in the fridge.
I will drink that bottle of Coke.
Anyways, so this week, first of all, for those who are checking us out for the first time, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for. Hope you. You gotta use our skip the dishes code because we just got demonetized.
Yeah.
First 5 minutes of the best 5
We
minutes.
just got our 1,000 subs remonetization back, and we've already screwed the pooch.
Woo!
Yeah.
Or the bear, as it seems.
Well, I didn't bring my.
You ain't screwing nothing.
Yeah.
You can't stop me.
So speaking about things that got screwed, boy did Fua get screwed.
Fua got fucked, but before we start on 01, so this week we are talking about Kamen Rider 01 episode 9, Ryusoulger episode 32, and our feature topic this week is the first 3 episodes of the 1987 live-action series Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future.
No, Ichi, it's Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future!
For such a generic name, the show is awesome. But we'll get to that.
First off...
I'm Lane.
Oh, okay. First off...
Captain Planet's strange brother.
Holy shit, that's a big robot.
All right.
So to start off,
Well, see, Captain Planet said the power is yours, and Captain Power was like, damn fucking straight it is.
well, I like Captain Pollution. He was like,
We'll get to Captain Power. We're talking about 01.
I know. Well, so first, here's the Aruto face of the week. So we got hang on. We got more of a serious one because this is a pretty serious episode. A lot of shit was on the line.
Yeah.
This is my bandage.
Today on the very special Kamen Riders 01.
I've never stated at all that the Aruto face of the week always has to be like a silly face. It's just it's whatever face that Aruto is like really dealing with the most in the episode.
Because he has a face every week.
He has a face for every occasion.
If I can add something, I also have
Good
a
luck.
Izu moment of the week.
Oh? Is it the drift? It's
Yeah,
the
that's
drift.
sliding in your DMs.
Deja vu!
Gas, step on gas.
Wow.
Oh man,
That was so hilariously unnecessary.
This episode had a lot of footage with my best Humagear girl. And by best Humagear girl, I'm speaking, of course, of Shesta.
I love that her and Izu are clearly starting a rivalry to the point where they're arguing about about the whole turning off the medical robots, and then it gets to the point where they just lean into each other, and you can hear them like exchanging data, so they're like arguing at AI speeds.
Oh my god, it was like every time human gears are fucking arguing with each other about shit, it's the best. Like last week we had her with that nurse.
Scared.
Yeah. It was like, the human gears will bend to humanity's will.
Okay, so anyone who follows me on Twitter, which probably everyone does, so
I'm assuming.
I've come to really appreciate and enjoy Horby and Jin a lot. So like I'm rooting for them to show alongside Vulcan. So I got Ichi to bash this picture together for me. So Horigin.
It's a rudimentary kit bash.
Origin.
People have been liking that profile picture. So good job, Ichi.
It's what I do.
I got him to match up their headshots from the Detailed Heroes, so because I thought, hey, you know what? Why not?
Jirobi, that's good.
Ooh, Jirobi.
Jirobi
Sounds like a ninja.
I was about to say it sounds like a Naruto character.
Jirobi! Good son!
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh no, that's too sad. Ooh, what's that?
That is Vulcan with a Knight progress key.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's like Kamen Rider Knight.
That's
Gotcha.
Blue Extra.
That's pretty cool.
Whatever the fuck bat key would be called. Vulcan something bat.
Flying, no.
First one.
Seeking bat?
Gliding bat.
Sure.
There you go. Bat's Glide.
That one.
Now kiss.
Yeah.
Spider Kiss. Spider Kiss.
Oh, God.
Oh, and then, yeah, someone else did
Human Gear Kiss.
Horobi Cobra form.
Yeah, it's Oja.
Yeah.
It's Oja. It's Oja
That's
form.
fucking terrifying.
Screeching bat is a good idea for the bat. A lot of good fan art going around.
But yeah, we to start off, we got a really awesome fucking Horby and Jin double henching.
Oh yeah,
fucking sick. And I don't know why, but I really like this shot of just like both of them inserting their belts at the same time. I thought it was really fucking cool. So if it loads,
I'm actually surprised that the episode started off like directly after the last one.
It's almost like
usually for
yeah.
episodes like this.
I took notice of that because like I when I noticed that 01 like he ran up to them as Flame Tiger, I'm like, oh, so this literally just happened afterwards.
It's almost like the show is a continuity.
No, but I like that they had like it wasn't like like hours later. It's like who's dying.
You know what I like? I like that like okay. So last week we were all like quoting what we thought was going to happen, which was like, I don't want to be operated on by a human gear, but he's the only one that can save you. And pretty much they were just like, no, he's fucking unconscious because he's getting surgery.
Yeah, that.
I like that it had nothing to do, like, he didn't find out till after the fact. And then he was like, oh, well, that's...
You can't argue if he's not conscious.
Yeah.
Holy shit, they can resist MatsuShiburuguy.net?
MatsuShiburuguy.net.
Oh my god.
MatsuPilipolio.net.
Slash the chick.
Just pulled a Bruce Campbell there.
Slash the chick for Power Rangers.
I said the words.
Matsupo Jinrai.
Matsupili Booger.
Masturbating.
I don't even know how to spell what I just said.
Did we just turn Mitsubo Jinrai into Benedict Cumberbatch?
Yep.
Benedict Matsu Shuburu.
Everyone come up with your own version.
Still can't do it. Matsu Subaru
Metropolitan. .net.
Everyone come up with your own version and post in the comments.
Matsu Beetlejuice Ride.net.
Magazine Beetleborgs.
Matsu Me You Kabuto.net.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Madeline.net.
So
Matsu Mashinra. I don't know.
This episode was so fucking Exade.
It was.
No, Exade was it?
It was basically with Robot Hero, who was weirdly less robotic than Action Hero.
I feel like the X-Aid writer, like the writer 01, because he wrote X-Aid, he missed out on the fucking chance of the Human Gear surgeon to say there's nothing I cannot cut. He had a perfect opportunity for him to say it, and he fucking didn't say it.
They should have at the very least just had one of the people at the hospital be played by Hero's actor.
No, it should have just been a Human Gear that was Hero.
Oh, yeah.
Can we
He'd be Hero Gear.
It was a Human Gear that studied under Hero, just like how the robot, the sushi chef, studied under.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
And he perfected even better than Hero of cutting pastries.
I've seen Human Gear more personality than Hero, though. Let's be honest.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, it's a robot version of Hero, but only less robotic.
Okay, can someone Photoshop the fucking Human Gear headsets onto a picture of Hero? Let's see that.
Hero Gear. And they say that a Human Gear will save.
There's nothing I can't compute.
This does not compute.
Error 404.
Heart not found.
But I want to quickly get into the Force Riser because, like, seeing like a review of it because it finally came out and stuff like that. I've come to yeah, I saw this before. This is awesome. Fucking Keiichiro is a Human Gear.
Jesus Christ.
Kaito!
Don't show that to Blaze. He'll freak out.
Too late. He's seeing it. He's typing. He's typing furiously.
Yeah, I should say it's like,
hey, fuck you!
Blade is furiously
fuck
typing.
You, Blade.
Ooh, he's typing.
He's typing.
Anyways, so yeah, I saw a review of the Force Riser that came out this week, and honestly, I've come to really grown attached to that belt because I love how much I know what you're gonna say. But I kind of just like how very just to the point the belt is. You insert the thing, you pull it, it goes over, and you transform it. That's it. So it's not some fancy gimmick and stuff. What?
Blade phrasing.
You put it in.
Okay, you put the progress key into
and
the
you
Force
shake it all
Riser.
about.
Yes. Yeah, but you didn't say progress key. You said
whatever. You guys know what I mean.
And it goes over.
That's what she said.
And then you pay her to leave.
But no. So it's not that I So I've actually. I enjoy very just simple belts, and you know what? A belt like this is really good for a villain like Horby because, I don't want to see a villain waving their hands around and doing a weird ass fucking motion, and then henshin. That's not cool. For a villain, it should
tell it to Dan Kuroda.
He gets an exception because he's Dan Kuroda. That's fine.
Oh,
the man fucking wore his gamer driver butt naked. He can do anything he wants. I'm not questioning it.
Now that's big dick energy.
Uh-oh, it's Human Gear Tom.
That's my Human Gear cosplay. I've been working
on no, it's red! He's been hacked!
No! That's over shit and it can bring your eye activated.
I talked about it last week, but the Force Riser is
Mega Man with a top hat?
It's Gentleman. That's our washroom.
Amazing.
That's our washroom. I bought it from Rental Floss.
The Force Riser, I really love as a concept as well because it's a modified Zetsumarizer that Horby probably was I'm going to use this to use Progrise keys because Zetsumarizer keys aren't powerful enough. I need something more powerful, and then he just realized it didn't work. Whatever he was doing, so then he's like, no, I gotta modify it so I can get past the authorization, and then he did. And it's awesome.
I will say that in universe, the concept of the Force Riser makes sense because it looks very bare bones kit bash, created purely for function and not form.
Exactly.
I still don't like it.
I do, and
it looks like there's straps on part of it.
And one thing I noticed about the toy version in particular, and this is less the thing with the Force Riser, there's the...
Yeah! That's so fucking awesome!
And one bit of weirdness that I noticed, which is more of a problem with the toys, is apparently Sting, Scorpion, and Flying Falcon are the only two Progrise keys that do not say their James phrase in the Force Riser, because we watched the video review of the Force Riser, and all the other Progrise keys say their James phrase after their form name in the Force Riser, and some of them are long enough that they interrupt the breakdown. So now Lane and I are wondering when Kamen Rider 001 happens, if you listen to this week's extra if it's going to say the James speak.
Yeah, and if it hasn't been clear, like, especially thanks to 001, I'm definitely picking up the Force Riser, because because I gave Ichi my Flying Falcon key because he got me a Punching Kong key, I bought another Flying Falcon key, so I have that for Jin, and then I'll get Sting Scorpion with the Force Riser, so... But yeah, I really
by the way,
you
want to mention on air if anyone's selling Rising Hopper?
Oh yeah, I'm also trying to find a DX Rising Hopper key without buying the belt, so if anyone can help me find a DX Rising Hopper key, I'd very much appreciate it.
At him on Twitter, at Lane__.
Yes.
If you're selling.
But yeah, also, like, it does look like a scorpion. Like, if you look at it from, like, left to right, it looks like a scorpion.
It also weirdly looks like 3/4 of a swastika.
It's got...
Whoa! Not cool, man! Jesus Christ!
Tell me I'm wrong!
I don't see it! I see a scorpion!
It's got, like, pointed...
No! What the f... And it's clever!
Well,
Spirit fingers to the sky turns to a...
Did it originally mean peace?
Yeah, it's probably why freaking Hitler chose it.
It's like, hey, I'm gonna
be the opposite.
Backwards. Yeah, because that's how.
Anyways, no.
That's the last I'll say on it.
In the end, I like the Force Riser. It's a really cool belt. I can't wait to get one.
The sounds are cool.
But yeah, the double Henshi was pretty sweet. I like the whole like stretching out thing because honestly, it reminds me of when like a Human Gear turns into a Magia. Like,
yeah, when they turn into the trilobites.
Because they have like the things like stretching out of them and stuff.
Yeah,
like, yeah, that's what that kind of is. And like, I like what Jin and Horby look like because they're like attempts at looking like a rider. So like they are common riders technically, but they're like
they've got the design elements of rider-likes.
Yeah, they're like scrap riders,
which is fitting because their belt looks like it was made from scrap.
Horby made this in a satellite with a box of scraps.
Wow.
But yeah, anyways,
speaking of Horby, something that Horby has been kind of going on for the last few episodes is he's apparently following the will of MetsuboJinrai.net, and this is what the ARC has decided. So now I'm starting to wonder if Horby is actually taking instruction from something or someone else.
You know what? That's probably it. That satellite that they're like connected to in Daybreak Town, it's controlling them.
Holy shit! 4chan's telling them what to do.
I've got like two theories regarding that.
Okay.
The first one being that it is some sort of rogue supercomputer.
That's my first thought.
Or Thousander is Thousand Jacker or whatever. He's relaying orders to Horby through the ARC.
I could see that being a thing. It would tie into how he uses also Zetsume Rice keys.
Hey Chris, you got any Advil or anything handy?
In my room, yeah.
I do.
Oh, sweet. Lane, the cocaine's wearing off. I need some drugs, Lane. Man, we're talking about Hitler, drugs, cocaine. We're going to get so
demonetized.
It's my Advil full bottle.
There's only one thing that can get us demonetized faster. So how's things in Hong Kong?
That's not.
No! God damn it!
Overwatch 2, Diablo 4, worst timing ever.
Blizzard apologized.
Okay, I know. I've finally forgiven them because Diablo 4 is actually a thing now. So I jokingly said I will forgive Blizzard when they announced Diablo 4, and they did today. So I guess I have to.
And they called your bluff.
Yeah, it's like, fuck, get us a cutscene. Here's $1 million. Get right on that.
So yeah, we get this nice fight of Horby and Jin versus 01.
And they fucking just...
They shit stomp him.
They shit stomp him. Like,
yeah.
And just...
2-on-1.
Plus he's got...
It's 2-on-0-1.
Oh!
Well, you know, with
it's too easy. It's too fucking
with the
easy.
bear mother, it was 3 heads on one. But I still came out on top.
I don't want to hear about where you came.
I don't know. We've created lore. There's now a three-headed bear creature, and apparently I'm
I want to fucking see that.
Damn it.
Three-headed bear? That'd be so cool.
Now I have to put it in the
I may be
game.
overstepping my bounds here, but can someone please like get a photo, like a picture of Ghidorah and just Photoshop 3 bear heads onto it?
Yes! Beardora? King Beardora? Yes! Someone shot that right the fuck down.
We gotta call it Mama Beardora.
Mama Beardora, yeah. Oh my god, someone shot that right now. Beardora. So yeah, so Waz and Jim plushie, we must protect them.
Oh god!
Yeah!
I think that was something that existed already.
I've seen something like that. Hang on. Well, just keep talking.
Anyway, so we see Horby use the attached arrow for the first time, and like every bow ever, he also uses it as a sword.
That's not how bows work.
I wish they were, so I could use them. I could have melee attacks on my bard in FF14. So, and then we get to see this newscast about
There we go. The new California Republic from New Vegas.
That one only has 2 heads, though.
Yeah, no, that's from New Vegas.
Oh, okay.
So the military faction of the new California Republic in New Vegas, they're symbol.
Oh god, no!
No, get that fucking off.
That's from Venture Brothers, isn't it?
Of course it's from Venture Brothers!
Yeah. Oh.
They got bears on their dicks.
Yeah. So yeah, we get to see Horby use the attached arrow, and we see him do amazing Kavan shoot. And I can't get enough of the fucking Hercules progress key, because every time he activates it, it's just STONE!
Cry some more! It's just the heavy.
Who touched my key? This is my weapon.
Who touched my bow?
I am Rider Blue! Oh my god. Someone needs to just frickin' the Horby. Just put Horby's face on Heavy's. Oh yeah, the attaché arrow came out as well, like the toy. The fucking chimes on that thing are amazing.
Yeah,
they're the best fucking ones. I'm tempted to get the fucking arrow.
Yeah, I'm getting it. And it's got like double the functionality because it has sword sounds and bow sounds.
No, see, Blaze, that's where you're wrong, because this weapon is the best out of all the attaché weapons, because it's both used as a bow and a bladed weapon, and Horby has proven that as a bladed weapon, it's fucking powerful.
The attached shotgun was a kind of a disappointment, because the fucking, like the shotgun, like, cocking, whatever the fuck you call that on a shotgun where you cock it.
Oh, the pump.
The pump, thank you.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything. It doesn't have any sounds. The only way it charges is if you actually like, close the case.
Oh, well, yeah, in real life, obviously it wouldn't be good, but in a tokusatsu show, no, it's fucking deadly. That's why I like that what the fuck was it called in Gaim?
The Sonic Arrow? Sonic
Arrow, yeah. Like, they even used the Sonic Arrow. It didn't look like a bladed weapon, but they still used it as one, so...
Yeah.
Like, I agree with you, Lane. Fuck off. So anyways, the whole like gist of this episode was like Fu is dying, and so the only person that can take care of him and give him a surgical operation is a Humagear doctor
who's named Omigoto, and I love that name because his name literally means good job. Omigoto desu.
Otsukare.
Basically.
So he's the only one who can do it, and like it's interesting. We get some pretty like desperate things here, like serious shit where it's like, okay, like the VP and his assistant are arguing with Arto, being like, we gotta fucking shut down these like hospital Humagears, or
you gotta say her name. She's best girl.
Yeah.
Okay, but trash can.
Whoa!
Again, we're not
fighting words.
We're not talking about your 3-headed bear mother anymore. We're moving on.
So they're like, oh, we need to shut down the Humagears in the hospital, or else they'll like they'll rampage and like kill everyone and stuff.
And if we shut them down, humans die.
Like, the humans in the hospital who are getting treated, like they won't get treated and they'll get more hurt or they'll die. And like it was interesting. We actually saw like a different side of Yua, which I wasn't expecting to see, at least not this early.
You know what really surprised me?
I would also like to add that the vice president was fully willing to let hundreds of people die.
Anything to save... No, he's one of those anything to save the company's reputation.
Less people to drop stock prices.
Oof.
But, one thing I was surprised...
Don't say that.
Yeah. One thing that I was very surprised in this episode is when Yua pleads her case to Aruto, she at no point mentions to him that Fua is in the hospital dying!
He knows that. He knows.
Does he?
Well, he knows that.
He saw him get his ass kicked!
Stabbed in the neck!
I know, but he doesn't know that there's a Humagear surgeon that is reliant. And also, she could have just phoned him.
Yeah.
Hey,
for someone overly reliant on
Aruto.
technology, she sure doesn't like using her phone to call people.
Aruto, can you not shut, or just leave that one on? Because you know our pal Fuya, he's gonna die.
Fuya?
Yeah, he's
That's
gonna
the
die. And
no, but like, and it was interesting. Aruto actually made a comment being like, huh, I just could have sworn you were a Humagear, because like how motionless you usually are.
Well, that's not when they go on about that. It's less about her being passionate towards Humagears and more like, I'm taking responsibility because the Giggers were my fault.
Yeah, the Geigers.
And that's the thing, and they're called different things in the different subs. In the Yenim Corp subs, they were called Giggers, like ARS, but in the
hey, we're gonna get demonetized.
I'm just calling them
their word.
Geigers.
Only robots can call themselves giggers.
We did that joke last week.
Did we?
Mutsuba Gemrai did that. Yes.
Matsuma Jojo.
Matsubokuri JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.net.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to make one of those the title for this episode.
We already named the episode.
Did we?
Yeah.
What did we name it?
It's Your Mother Was a Three-Headed Bitch.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
That'll get... Actually, maybe we should not put that, because we did just get remonetized.
Yeah, no. Three-headed bear.
Maybe
Three-headed bear.
Three-headed bear.
Yeah, there you go. That'll get some people curious. So, yeah, they end up turning the robots back on to save the people, and then Zio goes to fight Metsubo Jinrai Net. And the place that they meet to do battle, I recognized immediately as the spot where Oma Censored happened.
Okay, and I know, Ichi, when you were watching this, you got such a fucking kickoff just hearing all the take off toward a dream.
Yeah, they turn back on all the robots and you hear like 4 times, take off toward a dream. I almost want to make that a notification sound for something.
I don't know, every time you get like a notification from like Twitter or something.
Yeah.
Take off toward a dream.
The problem is I'm actively following too many accounts. It would happen too often.
So, I have a couple complaints about this episode, because, like, it was great, like, super good, but I have 2 complaints. One, very disappointed that, like, they didn't, like, convert the Mammoth Zetsamurai's key into a Progrise key. It was just, oh, do you have data on this? Boop. Oh, yeah, we have Mammoth data. Okay, we'll just 3D print a Progrise key.
See that thing that you've got that you've worked very hard on getting? I have the better version.
Yeah. Also, Ichi noticed that apparently it's called the Theirs satellite.
According to the TV Nihon subs, the name of the satellite is There, not Zaya.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, makes sense, because that is how the word there would be romanized.
There's a satellite!
It's right there!
It's right there, satellite!
Out there, floating onto space!
Number 2, I can forgive this one a little bit, but I'm still kind of So I get it. Breaking Mammoth, the technically the form is the mech thing, but I'm kind of upset that it's Rising Hopper when he's operating it. Because I'd rather him just have some kind of like mammoth suit.
Rising Hopper is the basis for all of his forms, so if it doesn't need to accommodate any actual plates on the suit, it makes sense that he's still in Rising Hopper inside of Breaking Mammoth. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
I'm slightly disappointed that the Breaking Mammoth didn't have like a mammoth mode, so we could make Mammoth Zord jokes.
Yeah, it has a satellite mode and a jet mode, but not a mammoth mode.
The jet mode is just the fucking mech with its nose back pointed up and its feet folded together. It's such a lazy jet mode.
You'd have to ignore the elephant in the room if it were there in that form.
Yep. But what?
Yes, moving on.
Yes, I'm sure we did that joke. But my point is, what I would like them to do, and what they might do at some point later, is give us some sort of prototype mammoth form where he actually has a different suit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we'll get that. But in the meantime, holy shit! 01 breaking mammoth. Way bigger than I expected.
Oh my god!
I genuinely did not expect 2 fucking thirds of the satellite to just detach and beam down into him.
Well, no, I know how big the satellite is.
Yeah,
and
which isn't very.
The evil Geiger or whatever like that. It just it uppercutted 01 and then just punched him right into a fucking wall. And I was like, Jesus Christ!
How are you not dead?
You should be dead from that punch.
Yeah.
Well, remember when you have a rider suit on, you have like a pretty high defense and endurance, so but yeah, no, he like steals the tusked swords off of the
I love that. In
great.
His debut fight, he decides, nah, I don't need to use my swords, I'll just steal yours.
And then yeah, so like, and what's great, and the weird thing is like the whole time Horby and Jin like are just standing there watching, Horby's like, kill 01, like he was kind of like Nukas for a bit, just like, Skygar, arise! And Jin's just like, yeah, go kill 01, yeah! And while Horby's like doing his whole humanity will like die speech human gears, like you just see Jin just kind of going like, yeah, like flailing his arms, like cheering, being all happy. Oh, that's cool.
The way Jin was talking about Geiger, H.R. Geiger, was it was like something out of a Super Robot show.
Yeah, it was pretty much a giant robot fight. I gotta say, I am surprised that Aruto was like woefully underwhelmed by the fact that the satellite is floating above him, beamed him up inside it, and transforms into a giant fucking robot.
I wanted like a freaking.
You know what it felt like? You know how like in old this is Beetleborgs, old Power Rangers, where it shows them that shot of them sitting into the Zord cockpit, like they jumped in.
Yeah,
that's what that felt like.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted a freaking guy moment where he's like, oh, Moody.
But man, great. Fucking Breaking Mammoth was way bigger than I expected it.
Oh, and the breaking impacts? That was sick. He actually like pressed the progress key onto him.
He surfed the progress key and landed on the bitch. Now I know why its ability is press.
Press!
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, you just need to have press and strong together. Just press strong.
I can't wait to see it maybe one more time ever.
Yeah, I was just thinking that actually. It was like, man, this is awesome for the first of 2 times.
But you know what?
See it.
The show should give an excuse why he never uses it again. Like, you know, like, oh, the progress he gets destroyed or something like that. Or the satellite blows up, so, oh no, he can't use Breaking Mammoth anymore. Oh, womp womp.
Went to Wendy's and it says Wendy's ?
Wendy's?
I went to Wendy's earlier.
Maybe you went to the Metsubo Jinrai.net version of Wendy's.
The Metsubo Wendy's.
.net.
And said some of Wendy's why.
Why? Because it's not frozen.
Metsubo Baconator.net.
Make a baconator Jincry.net. I don't know.
No, don't make Jin cry. That's bad.
He doesn't like baconators.
And then we get like a really.
Don't forget. They've done it, people.
Many times.
5.
But also
4. 3. 2. 1. The one time that they don't put the "he's got a gun" meme in the chat whenever we mention the gun.
He's got that shit on hotkey.
I did like that Yua has like a moment with Izu where she like asks her,
I'm sorry I was mean to Humagears. Yeah, did you take the spy shot of the
No, that's like the other question she asked her. It's like, do you understand, like...
Do you think Humagears would be nice? Yeah, never mind, you wouldn't know.
No, yeah, and like Izu just... But then there's also like a thing where Yua's like, asks Izu when like Aruto runs off to go fight. It's like, don't you care if he dies? And she's like, or like, do you want him to die? And she's like, no. And I'm like, oh. she cares about him.
This is where we start to illustrate that Izu cares more about Aruto than she does the company. And I feel like this is going to be a thing.
Die, she's kind of out of a job anyway.
Not necessarily. The last president
She'll
died.
come back. She's a robot.
Have we discussed whether or not we think he can have sex with those things?
I mean...
Okay, have you ever seen movie 48?
I've seen the ball
Remember the giant human iPod scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, the charge port is like the vagina. So, yeah, that's how that would be. No. Anyways,
that's how you get electric.
We talked about that before.
Worth it?
Yeah, so...
Oh, shit, I don't have USB penis-C.
So...
Where's my adapter?
Oh my goodness. So Yua, like, Izu confronts Yua because, like, she finds footage through her eyes of Yua recording Dodo turning into...
I love that Yua, like, from the perspective we saw her during that
She's
fight.
clearly looking over at Izu while she's recording.
No, you know what it looks like? It looks like one of those, like 90s sitcom openings where it shows who they like the cast member, and they look at the camera and they're like, "Hey."
No, but the best part is when that scene happened in the previous episode. You see her like sitting on the stairs filming Ansatsu-chan, and from the perspective we're seeing, it looks like she's like well hidden and she's looking around making sure no one can see her. And then we see the footage of that same shot from Izu's perspective, and you can clearly see her! So Yua did a shitty job of hiding that she was taking footage of the Dodo Magia.
And
so that's Yua's fault.
Yeah, and so
after the camera zoomed in.
She just fucking denies it, and I'm just like, you can't fucking lie to a robot!
Just like it was.
She did one of those
and
things
leaves.
You know what? You know that. Okay, so that's one of the first signs of singularity. Other than the fact that she acts like she's singularity since episode 1. But it's the fact that she literally asked a question to a human that she knew the answer to and allowed them to lie to her and pretended she was okay with the answer.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, we knew from the start Izu was going to attain singularity. She's like the robot in this show.
One thing something messed up.
It's going to be heartbreaking.
How many episodes are we in?
9. We're at 9 now.
And I've just realized that she has green streaks in the back of her hair.
Oh yeah, I
haven't caught that.
Oh yeah, no, they're good.
I would like to add.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Excuse me. Something from, I think it was like the last episode, or maybe it was this episode. I can't remember, where they were talking about what the Humagears actually want, like whether or not they, if given free will, if they want to kill humans or not.
Mm-hmm.
With that question, and with evil Izu in the opening, I'm wondering if what Izu actually wants is not what people want, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to... We don't have a lot to speculate on right now.
Why does Jin look so upset at that Baconator?
Because he hates Baconator.
It's Matsuma Baconator.
No.
That's Baconator Jin cry.
Oh,
yeah.
No, that's awful. You don't make
I'm
Jin
sorry.
sad. Oh, I don't want Jin to be sad ever. So then we get like one of the best scenes for me, in my opinion. So the operation becomes a success because like the surgeon gets singularity in the middle of surgery because he's like staring at Fua, and then like I just pretend when Aruto was saying his speech, he like heard him. He's like, oh, I can do it.
I think this episode and that scene in particular establishes that the robots who have attained singularity are capable of resisting being hacked. Not all of them do, because the coach is an example. But it is a possibility.
So the surgery is a complete success. So Fua wakes up and then he like realizes that, you know,
I was operated on by a filthy robot!
No. But I caught this. This was very interesting. So Fua, he looks over and realizes that the human gear operated on him. No, don't leave a template for sad Jin. That's awful.
What makes Jin cry this week?
But Fua looks over, and then you see him for a second be like, "Fuck! I got my life was saved by human gear." But then but then after you see his face, kind of go like, "Huh?" And he's like thinking about it instead of just like, you know, impulsively reacting the way he usually does. And then later, he's on the rooftop, just fucking thinking about it.
I love that he's looking at Daybreak Town at daybreak.
Yeah. And just Naruto's like, what the hell are you doing, man? He's like, well, now
I have two memories.
Two things. I got attacked by human gears, and I had my life saved by one.
I think that might be just a cultural thing, but the way he phrases that, like, I have two memories now. What's my name?
I'm a Kamen Rider?
I remember being attacked, and I remember being saved. I remember nothing else.
Now people are going to start using this against me.
That's when these sentences up.
People are just gonna start using that sad Jin picture against me. I'm gonna be sad about it.
The year's gonna be good.
No. So then Naruto's like, so I like that kind of Fuwa's like, he's not like there yet for like fully trusting human gears, but
he's
like
on his way.
He's on the path because like now he had his life saved by one, so now he kind of knows. Okay, all of them aren't so.
You know what the next step would be? Human Gear Aim Squad.
No. You know what? I agree with that one. That's funny. No, and then Naruto like he uses like a pun on his name. He's like Fuwa, whatever.
Oh yeah, because like Fuwa, it actually is an onomatopoeia in Japanese, meaning like fluffy.
Yeah.
Because he's like being
Fuwa time.
Because he's being all nice to human gears, like, oh, you're being all Fuwa. Only Fuwa-chan can do that.
So literally, Fuwa hurts himself on purpose to stop laughing. He's like, no, fuck you, you're not getting me. So I think now Naruto is aware that he finds his jokes funny.
No. Naruto, good thing we're in the hospital because that joke gave me cancer.
Oh, no, I don't think Naruto found out that his jokes are funny to Fuwa. I think he fell for what Fuwa was doing. And that, I was about to say, I'm looking forward to seeing how long this goes on until Naruto realizes.
I want to have that moment. Because it'll be the best thing ever to happen to him.
You like my jokes?
No. When Fuwa breaks into fucking laughter.
Oh man!
But yeah, no, that was cute. That Naruto's like, he's like, wait, it hurt. My jokes hurt. Made you hurt? Like, you hurt. It was.
He wasn't laughing at him. He was sad. Like, oh no, my guy causes pain.
Okay. Aww.
Because every episode ends with him suffering for trying to
yeah, he did hurt himself by just holding his laughter.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in the end, like, this is a great episode, and like, you know, we had some serious things, like got some character development. Horby and Jin are fucking badasses. I love them.
And next episode, Ansatsu-chan's back!
Yeah, so we get more fucking Dodo-chan, and he actually says like, I want to be stronger. So I think he gained singularity. So that's awesome.
If he doesn't already have it.
I want to be Super Dodo!
Basically.
Chododo.
Chodo.
Arise! Super Dodo!
We gotta call him Chodo from now on.
Chodo!
Super Dodo's ability extinct.
No! I love Dodo.
Well, it would be Zetsumet's ability. Because I've been seeing videos of the Zetsume Rise keys.
Anyways, K-Boom! Ryusoulger getting good?
Alright, even that joke is old now. We can drop it.
I have upgraded it to really good.
Really good.
This episode impressed me, man.
Before anything, the recap at the start with black bars and all, making it look all cinematic and shit. That's amazing. Why weren't we doing that from the beginning? I love that.
Yeah, I noticed it. I was like, huh?
Funny story. I was in the lift earlier, and I'm furiously watching Ryusoulger on the way.
You just have the screen in your face. Aggressively watching.
Yeah. So I watch it, and he goes, "Oh, what are you watching?" And I'm like, "Okay, I've got to dumb this down."
Do you have a chalkboard in 90 minutes?
And I'm like, "Well, I'm watching a Japanese Power Rangers show." He goes, "Oh, do you watch Ryusoulger?" He says, and I'm like, "I'm watching it right now." And he's like, "Oh, cool. I haven't caught up. Are they still dealing with the armored guy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, right now."
Wow.
And I'm like, man, not a lot of people watch this around here. And he's like, "Oh yeah, you know, it was big where I came from." And I was from, I think it was from Korea. he said. And he was talking to... And so I was just like, hey, did you ever watch Kishiryu Brave? And he's like, oh, I fucking love that show. So he was a Toku fan. And I was thinking, like, maybe we should talk more Toku. And if anything, you know, this cab was rare. But I thought, no, forget it. Yo home to Castranger. I wasn't...
Wow.
I really wasn't planning that joke, but as I'm telling the story, I'm like, I have no way to end this story because he literally I just got out of the car. But I'm like, hey, let's do a Fresh Prince joke.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
I had some water.
Yeah, the recap was great, and then we get this opening scene where Bomba recalls his nostalgia. And I love that Tiramigo just calls out P-Tan for being an annoying little shit.
Oh, I love that.
He doesn't really know! I know more! Fuck him!
He's hard!
She's very hard!
Very, very hard!
It's like Tara speaks normally, but he is an idiot.
Can I say the most surprising fucking thing in this episode for me, though, was Nana fucking tried to end himself with the fucking Geysorg sword.
Children's
and
show.
Geysorg's like, y'all, nope, and just fucking helmet goes on him, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, not even death, you can't escape Geysorg from death.
There ain't no seppuku soul.
Seppuku soul! Oh my god.
I can't believe that. Like, you want to be, like, you're so desperate to kill yourself, and the armor is like, nah, I need you alive.
Lol, no.
Oh my goodness.
Lol, get good, bro.
Speaking of getting good, Gachuleus tells Crayon to get good with his Monsters of the Week.
You know what's really funny? Okay, so there's this beautiful, like, overhead shot of the creatures walking with him. And then one of them hits his shield off of the thing, but he actually reacts to it. Like, and it's just this nice little moment where it's like, they didn't plan it, but just like, oh, the shields got caught. Okay, just keep going.
Yeah.
And then he, like, really cringily, it's like, swallow this! And he's like, dude, I don't have a mouth.
Put it between the grills on your face. But that's really interesting that Crayon chose to make a Minosaur out of one of the Dorans. Like,
and it was so effective.
Wow. And
well, they made one out of a rock once.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think this is
I think
really
editing's fair game now. But
you know what it was?
Yeah,
you know what
they kind of just said screw it to their own rules.
Oh, look, there's Savage Fox Progress Key.
Oh, shit. I gotta take a look at this.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Well done.
I was not actually in the studio check, because I was talking to a girl.
Savage Fox.
All right, guys, excuse me for a second. I gotta go do something.
Okay.
Ability, hunt. Nice.
Just hunt. Yeah, so it's
a random joke derails the podcast.
But because this week was Halloween, they had the Minosaur be pumpkin themed.
I love that they used the mook for it. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I know, but just I love that, like, Crayon's trying to think about it, and then he looks over one of the mooks, and the mook's just like, nope, and he's like, yeah, come here!
Accept my goo!
Accept my goop! Goop!
Yeah. There's so many... I will admit, I may not like Oto's character, but she had a lot of funny bits in this episode. She just comes in like, I hate you!
No! And the thing I noticed the most is like, it's like, oh, look at your stupid blue-ass hair. And you just see Melt just...
No one loves you!
Fucking destroyed. And I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, cool, we're shitting on Melt again.
Oh my god, he does love Oto. Because it's like, oh my god, she insulted me. I was like, oh, poor guy. I actually felt bad for Mel.
A little bit.
His girlfriend fucking hates him.
Is someone shit talking about Melt?
Yeah.
We're always shit talking about Mel. Melt sucks.
It's the human condition.
So basically, like, they're trying to figure out what to do with Nada, like, how to get him out of the Geysorg armor, and then it's like, then they realize, like, oh my god, like, he's always looking for someone stronger, so
we'll give him someone stronger.
We'll show that we can be the stronger.
Before we get into the whole Geysorg plot, what the Minosaur basically did was, You remember those Skittles commercials?
Yeah.
That.
Oh.
He absorbs the
Taste
hate.
my rainbow!
He absorbs the hate and then makes it rain Skittles.
Gar has something to say. Yes,
oh,
Gar.
Gar's here. You don't have to raise your hand, but go ahead.
Why doesn't he just demorph?
What?
Who?
If Nada needs to get out of the armor, why doesn't he just demorph?
Because he's not in control.
Oh, so it's not like a ghost.
Yeah, no, Gar. He literally tried to kill himself with the sword, and Guy Zorg was like, "Yeah, no," and he put his helmet on him.
I just put the bullets in my mouth. The other guy spinning back out.
Yeah, it's pretty much the Hulk situation.
Like
I put the Ryus and the Souls together, and now look at me, best of both worlds.
It's the Hulk if the Hulk were voiced by Seki.
Imagine a ranger suit that was sentient and did not want to die.
Yeah.
That's Guy Zorg.
Yep.
Exactly.
Melto Pochin right there.
Meltsuko Jinrai. So yeah, they confront Guy Zorg. I love that shot where, like, as he walks in, you see it from his perspective, but it's fucking sideways.
Yeah.
That was good.
Mm-hmm. We got Bomba.
Guy Zorg is Venom.
Yeah.
We got Bomba actually giving a shit, and I did not expect that.
In so much as Bomba yelling Nada to get his fucking shit together.
No, but you've...
Fucking do something for once in your shitty life!
But
stop running!
Up until now, we've never seen Bomba emote this much. And that's impressive.
Unless we count the dancing.
That was fucking hilarious, though. We are Guy Zorg. You are Soldier.
Okay, this episode actually gave me something I've been low-key wanting to see, and that was Doshin Green. We see Ryusoulger Green use the Doshin Soul,
fucking
and it actually
beats the shit out of him.
It actually looks good. They made the vomit-colored Ryusoul look as good as it's going to. No one else will pull it off better.
What are the mooks called in Ryusoulger?
The Doruns. D-O-R-U-N.
No, but Bomba would...
But he's black. He can make anything look good.
Exactly.
That's too easy.
I don't think it looked good on green.
I do. But it makes sense, because if he's already the fast one, if you put more power on him, then he's fast and powerful.
I wonder if I guess I never tried to use two Ryusoul armors at the same time. That'd be cool.
That's what the Cosmo Soul is.
No, I know, but imagine using the Pseudo Soul with the High Soul. That'd be awesome.
But the way their powers work, if they take one soul out and put in the other, it just switches armors.
Oh, that's true.
Because they're all right-handed.
Yeah.
And they only have one sword.
Uh-oh. Green Goo Man assaults minion. Serious allegations of goo fingering reported by Toru.
It says goon fingering.
Goon fingering.
Hey, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Mooks need a union too.
Yeah.
It's a very specific fetish.
Door on local 403.
No, I'm not part of that one.
So, while we also got something good, we also got something very fucking stupid this week, and that was Terramigo. Hey, Terramigo, you want to fly? Wear me! So me and P10 combined, and we get Terramigo flying through the sky like a giant airborne idiot.
I think it's I'm doing this thing. It's okay, it's we don't care. Please find the monster. It's oh.
The way I go.
Uh-oh. That's what I get for trying to be cool.
I love that the pumpkin monster effectively pulls out an umbrella and Mary Poppins his way off scene.
Yeah.
It was actually also really cool seeing the armor trying to fucking just fly itself on a cone, and they're all just blocking off different parts of it. That was super fucking cool.
Yeah.
Love that.
It's like they were fighting the fucking guard armor from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Well, it also reminded me of that boss from Zelda where it's literally just a floor shooting its panels at you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's reminding me of that.
I also just go back when Dr. Zayas said to
Dr. Zayas
said to Creon, it's like you let them humiliate you every week, and you just do these stupid Showtime things. Everyone's making fun of you, and it's he means the fandom.
Hey, we all love Crayon.
No, this is the whole what Crayons do, the plots.
Yeah.
I don't watch Ryusoulger, so can someone please explain this?
What?
If you got a bad attitude, of course girls won't like you.
Okay, so
this is one like rich and talented dude who was a real asshole to women.
High performance means that like they're a sports car, meaning they got the great job.
They're high
looks.
spec.
Yeah, they're. It's like high top shelf. Okay, change it to top shelf.
Yeah.
You know, who cares if you're top shelf?
Like you're a real catch. You're like a prime dude. Okay. Even though he was an ass fuck.
It was a sex thing.
No.
Oh, you should start watching Ryusoulger. It's good now. Ryusoulger. It's good now.
As of 5 or so episodes ago.
I'm not gonna sit through 30 episodes of shit to get the good stuff.
Whoa.
Just saying.
I would start maybe 5-ish episodes ago. There's really not... All you really need to know is Kanalo is here and he's thirsty.
I trust me, I know that.
Yeah. I mean, you get the gist of it listening to us.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, the same thing happened with Lupin versus Pat Ranger, where I saw, like, the first 3 episodes, and then I saw, like, I listened to you guys, and then I watched the last episode, and nothing of value was lost.
I think it's a little harsh, but to each their own.
That series was bad. That series was great.
Before you cut off, you're like, that series was ugh.
I'm not saying it was bad. By all accounts, like it seemed like it was pretty good. I just didn't bother watching it.
It's up to you. So we also get my least favorite Megazord combination so far, Kishiryu Jet, which is Kishiryu plus Yokuryu plus Pakiguru. It is such a not working mix of colors.
It was also so fucking funny just seeing Tyrigo just like, I'm here, guys! He's flying with fucking P10. Like, his wings is so fucking funny. So,
I can fly!
Yay!
So it shoots fire and ice and does its Blizzard Inferno Hisatsu. And the best thing in the whole episode is Oto waking up and then just the grotesque zoom in on Kanalo's face. Oto! Ah! Oh yeah, so during the whole thing with Geizorg, like, Toa offers himself, and then Ko offers himself, and then we get the whole struggle back and forth. And they actually managed to use the Minosaur's hate-absorbing power to effectively kill the spirit of the armor.
Oh my god, when you see, like, the hate, and you see, like, all those faces, and it's like, ah! Like, fucking, like, wailing. I was like, holy shit.
I wanted so bad to see Takaharu's face in there.
Wait, click on the breaking news.
Ryusoulger is good now.
After 30 episodes of shit, it's finally good. Vegas unconvinced.
More at 11.
I was gonna put, if there was room, I was gonna put more at 11.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, as everyone is winding down and talking about how all the hate being absorbed is making people super nice, Geizorg just casually walks in, everyone shits their pants, and then Geizorg proceeds to scratch his own neck with the sword.
It's like, oh shit, we just forgot about that thing from 5 minutes ago. But remember those fucking episodes where we would watch like 3 episodes in a row and nothing fucking happens?
Yep.
How many fucking plots does this one episode have? 3! And they're all great!
Yep.
And they even resolved one!
Yep. So, since the spirit of the armor was killed by the Minosaur's ability, Nada now has full control of the Geizorg armor.
Oh, also, there was a moment when, when fucking Tira Jet Metsubujinrai flies up there into the clouds, and the fucking Minosaur is like just fucking chilling on a cloud beach.
Oh yeah, they fought sitting on top of the cloud of hate!
And the thing is, like, I'm watching it going, you know what? This show is kind of fucking awesome.
I thought you were gonna say this.
I was like, why is he lying on a fucking cloud going like...
Clouds don't have physical mass!
I don't know, but it looked so cool, and it was so original, and it felt so fun. The thing is, like, it's not like, you can say, yeah, the plot's now kicking in, the character development's kicking in, but this show is fun now. The show is fun. And the thing is, we were talking about Lupat. Lupat had its problems, but Lupat was always fun.
Yeah.
Like...
I don't doubt that.
Yeah. But the thing is, Super Sentai at its best is fun. That's why I'm loving Gokaiger so much, because it's so much fun.
Yeah.
See, I feel like if I watched Lupat and probably this show with a group of people, I would have a whole lot more fun than just watching it by myself.
Yeah, that's kind of the approach we take to watching Toku ourselves, because we always get together to watch the feature topic every Friday.
I was going to come over, well, I had other shit that I had to do. But it was like, I kind of want to get our feature topic, I want to get your opinions on it without me tainting it and you watching it by yourself.
Yeah.
Because, like, well, for example, when we were going into Beetleborgs, how much were you selling me Beetleborgs?
Yeah.
You guys were selling me Beetleborgs like, Flabber's Pip, like it was just... like, you were just like, no, you want to see a great episode with Fangula, like this, and then this happened. And the thing is, like, it kind of like, I'm like, okay, this is a lot of fun. Whereas I just, I told you about the show. I wanted to get your unbiased opinions on it.
Fair. But yeah, it was absolutely hilarious that they fly above the cloud, and the monster's cool. Just chilling on a fucking lawn chair on top of the cloud, and then they fight on top of the cloud. I'm just like, I don't think that works, but okay. Sorry?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's you know what it reminds me of? Like, remember the first, it's either episode 1 or 2 of Kyuranger, when they're fighting, like, on a fucking frozen moon, and it just looks so beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's, like, a great mix of, like, special effects and suit stuff. And I'm just like, shit, man, this is the kind of shit that I watch Super Sentai for.
Yeah.
And it was just a moment where it's like some of my favorite moments from this series, from we're talking about, mech fights, are some of these really interesting moments. Like the first time we saw the boxing ring arena, or the original, that there was a really cool fight where they froze the city I think the last episode.
Yeah, the debut of Yokuryo.
It's just like, they're just like shit, it's just they care now. You feel that they give a shit about what they're doing now.
Yeah.
And it's what we asked for. Remember, what I asked, we said, like, they've got to start fucking turning this around. And they are doing it. And the whole thing is, remember, okay, perfect analogy. Remember how they were like, this Sonic the Hedgehog live action looks like fucking shit. Do it again. And they did. And now it apparently looks good.
Yeah.
And now everyone's like, that's what I wanted. Let's go see it.
Watch the movie be off.
I know, but the thing is, Sonic...
I was already going for Jim Carrey. So now I have two.
But I mean, like, I asked the show, kick the plot in, to give us some character development. Actually fucking try. And they have. For now, we're sitting at 7 episodes in a row that are great.
Yeah.
Like, I wish it was this great at the first 7 episodes.
All I ask of Ryusoulger at this point is more Team Hisatsu's, like that one episode with the Pink Ranger wielding that rainbow energy sword. That was fucking awesome, and I want more of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Geizorg walks in, Nada is now in full control of it, and while I'm disappointed he didn't turn into Ryusoul Violet like I was expecting, we basically have a good guy Wolzard now.
Yep. And
now I'm curious, starting with the next episode, how far in are we going to go with this? Is he going to get added to the opening? Is he going to have an actual morphing sequence? Is he going to have an actual roll call? Is he going to be involved in, like, teams? Will they eventually do Team Supers, and will he be part of it? Will we get to see him use all of the Ryusoul gimmicks and see how his attacks differ? Because I hope we just go full ham on this now.
I'm looking forward to finding out.
And yeah, starting next week, we get to see that. We get to see a new Druidon General, and Max Ryusoul Red. That's a lot to cram into one episode.
Well, they're pulling it off lately, though. That's been their shit.
They are pulling it off. It's impressive.
They're like, fuck, half this series has been very good, so we need to be twice as good in every episode we have left.
And so far, they're killing it.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, it's time for our feature topic.
Their name, Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future.
I'm not sure what I expected going into this.
Okay, so for feature topic... Our featured topic, suggested by Tom, is the 1987 series Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Universe. So,
or as I call, okay, here's the thing. I was looking it up. This is a Canadian show.
Canadian-American show, yeah. Oh,
this is Canadian tokusatsu.
Is it?
Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like Metal Heroes.
They did have the Metal Wars.
Yeah.
We fought the machines and the machines won.
So I honestly, I already knew this show because I watched it as a kid because it was on late night on YTV when I was a little kid. So I'd be like 7, 8 years old. It was on.
Oh, that was one of the revivals where people were like, this show's pretty good.
I don't think I ever watched this show, and I swear to God, for some reason, when you were talking about Captain Power, my brain defaulted to Captain N.
Yeah, no, but here's the thing. Did you guys expect... Did you guys expect this to be really shitty and be surprised that it's actually pretty good?
What I will say is, it took me some warming up, but by episode 3, I was in it. It seemed to have a really slow start, at least from my perspective, especially from the first episode, but it took some time, and once I had given it some time, by episode 3, it had really... I'm like, yeah, okay, this is... Alright, I'm starting to get the idea here.
And the biggest thing of this is this predates Power Rangers by several years.
This is from 1987, yes?
Yeah.
See, how this show already hooked me in was just by its opening sequence alone. It puts the title of the show right in your face. You get an explanation of where we are, what year we're in, the history of what's been happening up until this point, who our heroes are by name. So, like, we have Captain Jonathan Power, Hawk Matherson, Tank Ellis, Scout Baker, Pilot Chase.
Okay, let me deal with that point get this out of the way. So, they have their nicknames, Hawk, Tank, Scout, Pilot, and whatever. The fact that they refer to the woman as Pilot the entire length of this, at least what we watched, I know this is from a different era, but the way it comes off when he says it almost sounds degrading. Like, I know it's her quote-unquote nickname, but Pilot isn't a nickname, it's the fucking occupation. So every time Captain Power says, do this, Pilot, it comes off as him pushing her around.
Well, they call Tank, and I'll tell you from Final Fantasy XIV, I get tired of it. It's like, Tank, move on!
Right?
It's like, that's my job.
And, like, we also get...
my name is Taryn, call me by my name.
We also get, like,
my name is up here.
We also get introduced to Lord Dredd of the Dredd Empire.
He's just Locutus of Borg!
No, like...
Before Locutus was Locutus.
Yeah, no.
With the voice of Emperor Palpatine!
Wait. Okay, so he's Locutus... Oh, fuck. He's Locutus of Borg. And from what you guys are saying, this sounds like fucking Terminator. Is this just like sci-fi, the television show?
It's Terminator, it's Star Wars, it's Star Trek, it's Metal Hero, all in one show. Before any of them!
And somehow... And this show... Okay.
Of, like, Ivan Ooze's, robot things from the look of this photo.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, okay, now keep in mind, yes, the CG by today's standards is terrible.
It looks like the first...
Look at this guy! That's Lord Dredd! Like, come on, it's a fucking Borg!
But here's the thing.
God,
okay, going back...
This robot looks like the first draft of Pterosaur from Beast Wars!
You mean Soren? That's his name. His name is Soren. It's a pun of fucking soaring.
Actually, it's not. That joke was made later. It was literally Sauron. It was a Lord of the Rings reference because it is written by J. Michael Straczynski, a man who puts Lord of the Rings things in everything.
Oh.
Jesus.
But anyway, so that CG, yes, by today's standard looks bad, but when I saw that as a kid, okay, this is 1987, I am 10 years old looking at that, and I was like, that's amazing. That thing, I had like nightmares.
I was blown away by it as a kid.
One piece, the one part of the CGing that I took particular note of, and it seems so unnecessary, is the like mook soldiers that are running around over these episodes. They have like CG'd orange bits on their chest.
Okay, let me tell you what that's for. That's actually a reason. Okay, so the gimmick of this show was that you would buy toys that would shoot, and one of them was a jet, like the main jet, except it's like a fighter instead of a big shuttle, and it had a handle like a gun on it, and there were one for the bad guy's jet, And there was also Lord Dread's chair. You could mount it on the table and use it like a turret.
His chair's awesome, by the way.
Yeah, that toy was the one that I had first, and it was great.
Fuck.
Now, so basically, you put a figure in the chair, you turn it on, and it has a thing. It's got your life meter. It's got all these little things lit up, and you aim it at the screen while you watch the show. Now, if there's a pink thing on the screen, that's a target, and you shoot it. And it would register, like basically the sensor would register that you have hit the button when it's focusing on something of that color. Because it's sending out an infrared signal with that brightness.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, seriously. So if you hit a pink thing, you got a point. And if you, a yellow thing flashed while you were facing it, you lost a point. That was them hitting you. You notice that a lot of the enemy's blasters are yellow.
This show had toys that interact with the show.
Yes.
That's fucking amazing!
It was.
Why has no one else done that?
And what how meta it is, if anything lights up green and you hit it, it refills your health. That's how interactive it is. There would be times in the show...
What the fuck?
Yeah. So the thing is, the whole idea is that you're watching the story, which doesn't have much of that gimmick in, but when the fights come out, then you're like, shit, let's go, and you fight along with them. And you notice how many fights are pretty much like referring to, like, cover me, very loosely based on join in the fight. So you felt like you were helping him. He never kind of looks to the camera and winks to you.
That's mind-blowing!
I know. This was fucking on television on Saturday mornings.
So I just found this right now.
Video games.
Yeah, it was VR.
So
Early
on
VR.
Amazon, you can buy the complete series of Captain Power on DVD for like $30.
Yeah.
Look at this fucking DVD cover. That's a goddamn movie poster.
Holy shit.
That's so... Look at that.
That is rad.
That's so cool. Why did this show not, like, blow the fuck up?
It was ahead of its time. Okay, other than, not talking about the toy gimmick, aside, the show aside, the elements of the show, like the crazy mechanical suits, the action, the ongoing storylines, it's basically Power Rangers. This was literally several years before. And the thing is, like, kids like me grew up on this and we wanted more. When this show was canceled, I was fucking pissed off. I loved it. But, and then when Power Rangers came, I was so for it because it's this. But here's why the show failed. Let me tell you why the show failed. It's too good. Now, as you'll notice, the production value for a fucking children's show is amazing. It cost them way too much money to make this show.
I was saying while we were watching this, these sets are elaborate and they must have taken forever to set up and tear down.
Yeah, and just all of the explosion effects, all of the thing, and an early CG when it was at its most expensive.
Yeah, like they're like dog fighting and stuff like that.
So the problem is that this show not only had to be a hit, it had to be the new hot toy. And the problem with the toys they were too expensive. The proprietary infrared technology in the toys was expensive. And I remember back in the day, I had 2 of them. And the Dread Chair, as you've called it there, was $30, which in 1980s money is about $60.
Oh, shit.
So I had to get it for Christmas. So the thing is, the show came out, it did okay by Christmas, but it wasn't as hot. And then, of course, after Christmas, nobody's going to buy these things for their toys. And the biggest problem with it was, and which was the biggest complaint against it, was that the parents were saying, well, if your kid can't afford the toys, you're not enjoying it like your friends. So you go over, 4 friends, 2 of them have the toys. The rest of them aren't really doing anything. Now, the show, which they thought that the show being of such well-written caliber would make up for that, but nobody noticed. Nobody noticed at the time that this show was deceptively smart. They tried to make it, that Pixar thing, which came later, the make it, enjoyable for kids, but smart enough for adults. That was unheard of in children's shows.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is Lane was talking about YTV. YTV, later, and Space, which they're both the same, Chorus network, right? They bought the rights to play it, and it was on Space, it was on YTV, it was on YTV a bit later. But they put it on, obviously you're not going to have the toys. Obviously, they played it on Space, like, daily. Like, so you could watch the show, and they played it 2 or 3 times back to back.
Is this it, Tom?
Is that what?
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's so cool, man.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah,
That's
so of course,
sick.
Yeah, and the thing is,
interlocker.
and you could take it off the base and hold. Okay, so here's why this thing, was the best one.
TV fires back, actually blows up cockpit.
Oh yeah, if you run out of energy, it springs like the little seat that he's sitting in is on like a spring. So if it runs out of energy, you hear like an explosion sound, and it ejects the person.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the jets do it too. Now, the thing about this one, so the other ones you kind of like stood behind it and you swooshed it, right? Like a jet, and it was like a gun. This one obviously isn't a gun. Look at that thing on the top. That thing is a reflective mirror. Oh, so you put your eyes to it, you put it on the desk, or like a TV stand. You put your eyes to it, and you put your hands on the side, and you turn it, and see that orange thing? That's a fucking sight, which is actually super accurate.
Wow.
So if you're and the whole thing is, I had the jet, and I had the chair, and my buddy had the black biojet jet, and he said that if I were going to play at the same time as he was, I couldn't use that with him, because I would always win, because I don't miss shit. Also, it comes with, I think, that might not be one. It's the interlocker. It should say on the box it comes with a VHS.
I don't...
No, it might. There was a pack that does. But there were these 2 VHSs. And they were like to play, because obviously if the show's not on, you can't use the toy to its full potential. There was things you could do while shooting at each other, but it didn't work as well. The laser tag gimmick did not function nearly as well as playing against the TV. So there were 2 VHSs, which had live action segments, mostly in the command center set. And then it cut to full anime. I showed this to Chris and Lane. It is like vintage, amazing 80s anime.
It looked really good.
Of like ships flying around, special effects. And like, it feels like you're watching it. Yeah, and they're like, it's like, should we evade? No, at this speed we'll be liquefied.
We're going Mach 5, Captain.
Yeah, and it's like crazy good anime. And the thing is, like, as much as I liked playing it when the show was on, the VHS, I had one of them and my buddy had the other one. We used to do those because A, you could put it on anytime you wanted on VHS, and 2, you could memorize where things were because
practice runs for days.
Did tape a couple of the episodes, but like but the best thing was to just put in the VHS. So the thing is, I'm like, okay, shit, there's a bunch of green coming, I can heal, and we'd also cheat, because what you're supposed to do when there's yellow is just kind of tilt the thing away. But when there was yellow, I would just literally point it away from the screen, because there was no dynamic. However, if you put it away from the screen too long, it would beep that it wasn't facing whatever. It was just it was a VR toy, and it worked so well.
Wow.
And it was ahead of its time, and there are VR gimmicks in later shit that don't work as well as these.
Wow.
Like, you know how you get out of here. Remember how Duck Hunt? Yeah, remember how Duck Hunt? It was so simple the way it works, but Duck Hunt is actually very effective.
Yeah.
Where some light gun games on PS4 with bigger technology weren't as sensitive, because it's just they were stupid. It was just they have a sensor that can only react to this kind of light.
I can only imagine if this show did super well and its toy line sold more and stuff like that. Imagine this show got like a full motion picture, like Hollywood motion picture. That would have been, the sickest shit.
Imagine bringing the toys into the theater to play in the fucking theater.
This show with the Hollywood movie budget.
Think about the fact that things like the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons exist today. We could create the most amazing augmented reality games with this kind of thinking.
Tom, I just bought that DVD, by the way.
Oh, sick! Yeah, we're gonna watch
it. When it comes, we should watch it all the way through as a group.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Totally. Do a whole month where we actually go into detail about the plot.
Maybe.
Because here's the thing. This show is very well written. They had J. Michael Straczynski, also known as the guy who created Babylon 5, as the head writer.
Is that why they mentioned Babylon 5?
Yeah. Now here's where in episode 3... Tank is like talking to this other guy, and it turns out that they're both like genetic experiments.
Who by the way, sounded like John Goodman and looked like Robin Williams. So Wayne and I described him as Robin Goodman.
Can I just talk about that, Tom, quickly?
What?
So, I saw those two, like freaking Tank and this guy. Like, fight. I called him because he looked like John. It sounded like John Goodman, but he looked like Robin Williams.
That's what
like
I was just saying.
So yeah, so Robin Goodman. I called him.
Yeah.
Have you seen Commando?
I have.
Do you remember the ending fight scene of Commando?
Yeah.
Between Bennett and Matrix?
Yeah.
That's what that reminded me of.
Yeah.
And that's why, because Commando came out 2 years before Captain Power.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the thing is, Tank was always my favorite. Because the toy was fucking baller. Now, the funny thing is, Tank...
The funniest shit ever was seeing Tank in the armor, but with the mask open.
And he has the rectangle, shaped legs.
Well, he can't move for shit.
He looks like Iron Man Mark 1.
Exactly. But I mean, the toy was good. I had, of the toys, I had Captain Power. I had 2 different ones that were slightly different. Because one of them came with the jet, one of them came with... Okay, so you know that thing that they power on with, the little chamber? 2 things. One, when Hawk and the guy are using it at the same time, their fingers...
I was like, they henching with hand-holding.
Yeah, but okay,
we made a
sometimes
joke in the opening.
sometimes they use the chamber, though, but sometimes they just, press the emblem on their suits.
Okay, here's the thing. What they do figure out is those things have to be charged.
And they do a shitty job of charging them, by the way.
No, I mean, the thing on their chest, that's the activator. They're wearing a little bodysuit underneath, which you see
Which they charge in episode 3 by shocking themselves.
Yeah. It's not actually the thing that does it. But the thing is, they have one, henshin that they can do, but if they become de-henshin, even if they have power left, they can't re-henshin. They only have one. And
every time they henshin, it's like, we have 40% charge left. I'm like... Jesus Christ, how much time do these things need to charge?
The first one was they hadn't had time to recharge since the operation at the beginning.
Yeah,
I guess.
And I like the second I liked in the second episode where they're like, all right, you know what? We can pull off this electrical cable and we can use it and charge ourselves. And it's like, and Hawk's like, but it might kill you. And it's like, yeah, but it also might work.
They basically jump-started their fucking
I just like how he gets up and he's like, okay, I've done it. Now it's your turn. And Hawk's like...
Motherfucker. No, it's so... But,
and then Bennett went to play Rancic in Time Force? That's awesome.
No, but I mean, okay, so, as I was talking about, so the chamber thing has a toy. And the toy is half-ass useless. If you turn it on and shoot at it with the gun, it automatically refills your hit points.
Cool.
So you have to have it set up on at all times, but near the TV. Now the problem is that when this thing was on, it made the most obnoxious sound in the world. And basically, it was like a little square with the little counter, and you would put the figure on, and it would plug into only this specified Captain Power figure that had light piping, and it would light up, and you'd see his insignia grow.
Cool.
However, the sound that it made. I tried to find it, but I couldn't. It gets obnoxiously loud.
Well, yeah, and it says on that box Lane found that it doesn't need to plug into anything. Yeah. So it's got to be self-powered somehow.
This thing had 4 goddamn double A's. Anyway, so this little chamber thing, my mother literally accidentally submerged it in water for 20 minutes.
Oh.
So it was broken. So she's like, here you go. But it would never work again.
Oh.
So my father, for my birthday, bought me another one.
Oh, wow.
Because he wanted to torture my mother. I still fucking have it. I'm not joking. He literally admitted to it.
Okay.
You have it.
I've been thinking about...
You know what? I'll dig it out for when we watch the DVD.
I've been thinking about this for the past, 5 minutes since I just bought the complete series. Do you two want to do, a Captain Power, review show? Do you want to just talk about the whole series?
We could.
We could do a month. Just do a month of it.
No. Let's do a separate thing and talk about these in depth. What we did with Enter the Amazon.
This show is that good.
Yeah, let's fucking do it. Are you guys down for us to do a Captain Power focused show?
Post in the comments if you want us to. And
fucking lootly.
If we get enough positive.
We'll call it Captain Power and the Casters of the Present.
Ooh.
Yeah, but here's what I was saying is so J. Michael Statinsky wrote this, and there is an episode where it turns out that Tank is a genetically engineered dude, which he's fucking huge. It makes sense.
And German.
Yeah, German. Yeah. He sounds like I already have my own show. Have you watched?
No, but you know what, Tom? You can host that.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, so he sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger light, like.
Oh my god! Yeah,
Diet
the Austrian accent on this fucking guy.
That I'm gonna become like him,
Captain Power.
Yeah.
It's so funny, like.
But anyway, so I'm saying, so they say that the colony that was doing the genetic engineering is called Babylon 5.
Oh yeah.
And I literally watched it. Like, wait, whoa, back it up, and I watched it again, and I turned on the subtitles, Babylon 5, and I'm like. Holy shit. And then I looked it up. I typed Captain Power, and I get to E as like Babylon 5 reference, and I'm like, and this predates Babylon 5. Like, it's literally at some point when he was getting a major show on Sci-Fi, he's like, you're not going to name it after that fucking idea I had in Captain
Wow.
Power.
I'm sad because, like, I wanted to appreciate the more, like, details of the show, but, like, we were watching this on YouTube, and just, it was
the quality was terrible.
360p, it's so bad, you
So we'll
can
have
barely
to,
tell
so
anything.
we'll watch them when we get the DVD.
Yeah.
So let's not touch too much on the
Episodes.
the episodes.
Yeah, but, like, I love the designs of their suits. Like, the whole world is great. Like you said,
I found this picture.
That's what we're using.
Amazing.
That's what we're using for our wallpaper in the episode right now.
So, like, I actually like that they all have, like, their unique designs, and, like, they're all not that bad, honestly. Like,
no, like, I would say that, like, Pilot is the only one that looks a little bare, because she doesn't have, she just has sunglasses.
Here's how I'll describe them.
Yeah.
Captain Power is Gavan.
Yep.
Tank is Iron Man Mark 1.
Yeah.
Hawk is straight up a fighter pilot.
It looks like Firefly.
Scout is a Spartan. And Pilot is Deirdre, the Mystic Knight of Air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, these suits, like, they looked fantastic.
Oh.
And the thing is, like, the toys, now, as cool as the, like, light gimmick toys were, the action figures were great. Now, Captain Power was the only one that was chromed. And both versions I had of him were chromed. Now, the rest of them, obviously, Tank wasn't chromed. He's not chromed. And it was a great toy. I don't think they ever made Pilot. I could be wrong.
Because, of course, they didn't make the woman.
And I don't even know if they made Scout, because I wanted him so bad, but I never saw the toy. But I had the three of the top there. Hawk was pretty awesome, because he had this wing piece that you could mount on.
I mean, he's a fighter pilot, and he's blue. That's all I need.
Yeah, that's the one that's you. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be Tank or Captain Power. I guess if I'm going to be hosting this thing, I'm Captain Power.
Yeah.
Lane, who do you want to be if you were one of these? I think you'd be Scout, to be honest. The wisecracking funny man. Wait, no, that'd
you
be
know what? Honestly,
looks like a Spartan.
I'd honestly want to be Tank.
Yeah, okay, you could be Tank.
Yeah, I'd love to be Tank.
Yeah. And we should get. I think Paul would probably be all over this show if he gave it a chance.
Paul would be Pilot.
Yeah.
Paul it.
But the funny thing is like this show is easy to forget about, but it was so good. And the thing is, as a kid, I didn't realize how great it was, other than the gimmick. Like, I've watched it, I've seen maybe half the episodes when they were on TV, because you know how it is for kids' TV. They don't give a shit what order they put it on. And even you notice, kids' TV... Okay, so apparently, J-Man was fighting because he wanted ongoing plot. He wanted there to be an ongoing story, but of course, the people for syndication, like the company's like, oh, well, we don't want any episode that can't be played out of order. So even the first episode already jumps in.
I did notice it seemed like you should already know what's going on.
Well, here's the funny thing is, I probably didn't watch this in any kind of order as a kid. I didn't know that was the first episode, the one where he has the girl. I thought that happened later. So when I'm watching that episode, oh, he finds his old girlfriend? Does that happen later in the season?
It's so funny, like, when they're about to get attacked, she snuggles up to him and she's like, hold me, old friend. I'm like, friend, alright.
But if you, then here's the thing. Okay, so for the CG creatures, there's Sauron, who was actually my second favorite.
It's basically Pterosaur.
Yeah. Later on in the series, they get Blaster, which is basically a werewolf on tank treads.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, I remember that thing. Oh, it's what was it called again?
Blastar.
It's
Blastar.
Well, he's gold, like he's gold CG metallic.
So he's Garo on Friends.
And he's got kind of a wolf-looking head shape. See if somebody see if you can pull.
Man, we've already got one middle hero, and now we've got Garo on tank treads.
Yeah, no, but his feet are tank treads.
That's awesome. I have to see this.
And in the show, he just kind of tears around on them. Well, because they go together, like to make almost like a segue.
Oh.
Now, of course, the toy just has, like, tank tread boots.
Okay, hang on. This is like the best picture of him ever, but like this is like.
Oh, but he that's
what he looks like.
Yeah, he fucking he roared. Yeah,
not bad.
That's pretty cool. Like if you're 10 and you're watching this show, that's the fucking shit right there. And the thing is, when he came, and his whole thing is he's okay. You know how like Sauron is pretty dangerous, but like they can knock him out of the sky. Like if they do. Yeah, the thing is, if they team up, like they can take him out. The whole thing about Blaster is that he is virtually indestructible. Like, they can't even touch him.
Yeah.
But it's this... Oh, man, this fucking show. I had forgotten how fucking cool this show is.
It's awesome, man. Like, it's pure 80s sci-fi, and I love it.
I will admit, I was surprised. I was not expecting it to be what it was.
Yeah, like, I was also like... Okay, so I was like, man, I remember this show. Like, I remember loving it as a kid. I remember, 10 years ago, like, reliving it on Space. But I was kind of like... as I sat down today to rewatch the 3 episodes we were going to talk about today, I was like... And I was even saying to my friend who was watching it with me, I said, okay, let's see if this show's as good as I remember. 10 minutes in, we're like, shit, it's better than we remember. Like, my friend who had never he'd heard of it, but he'd never watched it, was like...
I also liked that for some reason episode 3 was called Final Stand.
Well, it wasn't so much the final stand of all the main characters, the final stand of Tank versus his past. Well, the thing is, keep in mind, these are 22-minute episodes, so they have to get them... They have to... It's like Super Sentai. They have to tell a story, they have to develop characters, but they also have a certain amount of fucking effects and shit and toy sales they have to do.
Yeah. And it was kind of disjointed, where, like, the whole show, we've been, like, dealing with Tank, this badass, like, heavy-armed dude, and then we meet his rival, like, childhood rival, and he keeps calling him Michael, and that name just sounds so emasculating compared to Tank. You're a loser, Michael!
Mikhail!
And the dude's eyes just, like, open so wide many fucking times.
I just love... there was this great... I love, when Sauron got shot at the end, he's regenerating. And listen there. Soon! Like, he's, like, waiting.
I am 50% regenerated!
I have 1 more hour to charge!
Well, I guess he could be telling it to, like, Dredd. He's logging everything. Because he's sucking Dredd's, like, biocock the whole time. Like, you want me to leave this mission,
Master? It's so funny if they found out that, like, the whole Bio-Dread army found out that he was a human. They're like, oh. Yeah. Oh, shit.
At one point, he's, like, reading evil Bible verses or some shit and talking to something we don't see.
Burning fucking model robots for some goddamn reason.
Look at these beautiful model robots. In the fire you go. But I mean, like, it's nobody told the guy who plays, like Lord Dredd that this was a children's show. Like, he's given it 110%.
It's fantastic.
He sounds like Palpatine. And he's got Vader's chest bits.
He's like Christopher Plummer in the Undiscovered Country.
Oh my god, I couldn't. Like, I'm like, why is he Klingon quoting Shakespeare this whole time?
Lord Dredd reads the original Shakespeare in Bio-Dread binary.
But the point I was making earlier is he's reading these evil Bible verses and he's going on about how, like, oh, we have discarded our flesh. Bitch, you still have flesh in you! So what Lane was saying a second ago is like, what if the robots discovered that Dredd was secretly still fleshy and then just revolted against him? Because, like, he's being the Borg person that he is, he still has flesh in his face at least.
I think
I don't know if that ever came up.
I don't remember, to be honest. I think it's like he's like the thing is it's his consciousness is a digital consciousness.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. So the idea is that they've suppressed humanity, and anyone they don't kill people per se, they digitize them.
I think that he's like trying to like eradicate all of humanity because he can't get rid of his last humanity till it's done or something like that.
I'm sure they go into it at some point.
Yeah, I'm sure. Or they hint at it, or there's lore somewhere. But I mean, like, again, like I want to watch. I want to sit down and like watch this with you guys.
I'm down, man.
As long as it's not in more 360p stretched ass videos.
The thing is, I'd say we should get the toys, but I can imagine they're probably a fortune.
Oh, dude, I saw the price for that chair toy. It's like fucking $500.
Ow!
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Didn't you say you had one though?
I did, but not anymore.
Oh.
And I broke it years ago. Let's be honest. Like I've repainted it, and did also the shit that kids do to their toys. They don't think ahead.
You mean like I did to my jackpot striker?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so
completely ruined. But I still have the chamber thing, which is not going to do anything other than annoy people. Especially
bring it over. I want to see it.
Yeah, I'm going to. I think I might have a Sauron figure.
Please.
Big might. Because I either have it in storage or it got lost when I had the flood.
Is that like the proto version of All Might? Big Might?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna do a show. So we'll call it Captain Power and the Casters of the Present because it's a cute show.
A Castranger story.
We'll just start with like each episode with Power On.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, exactly. But I mean, it's one of these things where it's like, this is right up our fucking alley.
Go fucking check it out, man.
Like,
if you're okay with shitty stretched 360p videos, the episodes are on
fuck
YouTube.
it. Go on Amazon, buy the complete series DVD. It's
or
like
do that.
$30.
Support the official release.
Yeah, I just bought it on DVD, so it's gonna be here Sunday.
Yeah, do whatever, you could pirate it. We're not gonna judge.
No.
Space pirate it.
Exactly.
It's like how the guy who played Kip in Dragon Knight's like, no, go pirate this show, watch it.
He followed me on Twitter.
That's awesome. You got followed by Kip.
Kit,
whatever.
I'm just looking
He's
for
not the Transformer.
I think I need to design some OCs.
Ooh,
Captain Power OCs? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Make us like Captain Power inspired casters. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Neat.
Power casters.
Power casters.
Stronger than before.
Lane Bethune.
Yep.
Wait, why isn't your name Tank? Because I'm Lane.
Yep.
The Lane.
Yeah.
Alright, so this has been... So, fuck it, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a Captain Power-focused show, because, you know what? We could never have too many sideshows. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be gritty, it'll be 80s, it'll be sci-fi as fuck. One more thing. The ending credits, I love that.
Oh, that was the best part.
It's so Death Star Trench Run, it's not even funny.
It is. They even say, I'm gonna hit this thing.
There was so much Star Wars in this.
Come on, it's 1987.
That's probably why I liked it, because it felt like Star Wars.
Yeah, it was 1987.
The villain sounds like Palpatine. The music sounds like Star Wars. The ending credits is the Trench Run. So many of their sets.
That was a treat. The Trench Run is a great... because you feel like you're fucking... Like, you're part of it. You're flying around. You're smooshing. Like, it was like... And the funny thing is, what we were going to get? There were apparently pictures of them, which I never saw them, but they were talking about them. That they were going to come out with the guns from the show. With the technology. So you could just cut out the middleman and just shoot at the screen.
Duck Hunt style.
Yeah, Duck Hunt style.
That would have been great.
Yeah, and there were going to be other vehicles and other stuff. And apparently there are literally episode descriptions of the second season out.
Wow.
That they never filmed.
We're in the wrong timeline.
Yeah, I know, right? Those people with the Berenstein Bears are watching fucking season 2 Captain Power. Now, here's the thing. Apparently, in 2016, somebody acquired the rights to make a new series of Captain Power, continuing where the old series left off.
Please do that.
And it's one of those things like 2016, that was only a couple of years ago, it could still happen.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like, there is a fan base for this.
Wow.
And now imagine what they could fucking do with fucking AR toys.
Yeah, right? Like, with the technology as far as the Nintendo Joy-Cons.
Like a fucking Captain Power first-person shooter. I will play the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Just shooting biodreads out of the sky. That'd be super cool.
That would be amazing.
Oh.
Yeah. But I mean, like, and the funny thing is there's, like, one of my favorite moments that got me so geared up. There's a moment where, like, Captain Power, he's, like, surrounded. He's pretty generic as far as leads go. But he's surrounded by biodread guys. It's like... And his computer, which is always giving him sass. It's like, you are surrounded. There's no optimal thing. It's like, tell me something I don't know or something like that. And then he fucking sets off his, like, rocket jump pack, flips over them. He's like, looking for me. And he's like, fucking, like, let's fucking do it.
And then his computer is just like, 3 degrees to your left. And he just shoots the fucking mook, like, out of the fucking window.
And
it's like, what the
45 degrees at 2 o'clock. And then he just points and blasts them.
What fucking movie does that? Like, I think Han Solo fucking does that.
In Force Awakens, he just shoots... Yeah, he shoots... No, because he looked over his gun.
Did it come full circle?
Yeah.
Like, Captain Power is inspired by Star Wars. Star Wars is inspired by Captain Power. We've now gone full circle.
Oh, anyways, I'm excited to fucking talk about this show in full.
Oh, me too.
Because, like, again, I watched this as a kid. Like, I don't remember, like, anything that happened story-wise, but I remember the show, and I remember years ago, I saw, like, a picture of it, and I was like, wait a minute, Captain Power? And I looked up the opening, and just, literally, my mind went, whoa, my God, I remember this.
Yeah, I remember it's like, I assumed you guys would have covered this.
I don't think I ever actually watched this. I think I heard about this show, but I never watched it because I thought it was Captain N.
It was on at like 9 o'clock at night, like late on YTV.
Yeah, well, I watched this
I heard about this show from I don't know, like maybe the Nostalgia Critic or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vegas, you haven't spoken up much. What do you think about the show overall?
Did you watch it?
From what I've heard from you guys talking, it's like Terminator mixed with Star Wars, mixed with Star Trek.
It's mixed with everything.
Everything post those movies have been
radical.
It's like a swirl. Yeah. It's like a melting pot of 80s sci-fi.
In episode, I think 3, there's it opens up with this fucking siege on pretty much. It looks like every Super Sentai fight in the tokusatsu warehouse.
Yeah.
Like literally there's at least 10 different mooks in the shot at a time, and they're just like, they're running and gunning, there's explosions, there's like pyrotechnics, there's stunt work, like it's just like, I'm just like watching going like, shit man, like Beast Morphers sometimes doesn't have this good stunt work. Like I'm just like, this shit. Like, they paid a few bucks. And the thing is, like, I think it wasn't so much canceled, like, it was doing well. Like, it was getting decent ratings. The toys weren't selling as well as I wanted, but they were like, well, it's costing us X to make it. We're making Y in toy sales. Let's just not do it anymore. So it's not so much that it wasn't canceled, it was just like, we're done. We're not doing it anymore. And that's a shame. Because the thing is, at the time, fans were they liked it, but the thing is, that was back in the time kids had no power to really say what they wanted. You know, it was only their wallets that spoke.
And their parents' wallets.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, like, this show, it was literally how many shows like that have elements of this have become fucking hits. Like, this is Power Rangers before Power Rangers.
Yeah.
I regret not checking this out when I was young.
You know, the funny thing is, I bet you that Haim Sabin, when he was adapting Power Rangers, had this in mind and said, we need to find out how to do this.
Maybe this is why he called it Power Rangers.
Exactly.
Oh.
But it was like, we need to find out how to do this, but a little cheaper. Because that's the biggest folly of this show, is how expensive it was. Like, look at when they say Volcania or whatever that thing is.
Volcania.
Look at that fucking, like, model. It's like, literally, the trench run in the end of Captain Power is every bit as detailed model work as the trench run in goddamn Star Wars.
Yeah, Jesus.
It's like a knockoff that is almost the same quality as the original. You know, and it's just... I expected the suits to look like shit in retrospect. The suits still look good.
Yep.
They look... Like, are you telling me these suits don't look as good as what's, any worse than Beast Morpher suits? I'm using Beast Morpher because it's current North American.
Suit looks like a half-assed Gavin cosplay, and I don't mean that as like an insult. It looks so damn good that if it had a couple more pieces, it would just be Space Sheriff Gavin.
It's Gavan minus the arm armor.
Yeah.
And gold instead of silver.
But I mean, like, I don't know. This show was good. Like, it's not. I was expecting, to go back to it. I really
want to watch this now because it sounds fucking amazing.
Do it. Well, remember, like, I loved Power Rangers back in the day, but every time I watch it now, I'm like, oh, I don't get it. Why was I into this? But I was watching this show, and I appreciate it more now. It's like, shit, man, I did not deserve this show when I was 10.
One of the other key differences is most of the fights are all like gun fights instead of like martial arts fights.
Yeah, you couldn't get away with that now. The amount of fucking people getting shot in the goddamn face.
Yeah.
I also love how realistic it is. Like, even Tank, who's got like that fucking gun, he misses a few shots.
Yeah.
Like, it's like bang, bang, then hits it in the
punches
face.
a dude's fucking head off.
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh, this show literally had people complaining about how fucking dark it was, how violent it was.
Maybe
I got canceled!
Maybe that's part of why it didn't take off.
Yeah. Well, because a lot of... My mother was not crazy about anything to do with this show. I was basically running around with a jet gun, screaming at the TV, and the thing is, like, it was, and now the thing is, like, when people play video games now, they get, the whole point is immersion. You want to feel like you're there. Back in the time, you didn't participate with the TV. You didn't yell at, well, I did yell at Wesley Crusher, but I mean, like,
everyone, I think everyone yelled at Wesley Crusher.
No, but in this show, when you played with the toys, you felt like you were there.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I can't even describe the feeling of being part, and you felt like you were part of the show. So when I was rewatching it, it didn't just remember it was good. It's like I remember being part of the resistance. I remember this was one of the first things when I was a kid that I really got into the lore of something, and I felt like I was a part of it. And it's still, I'm watching it today. There were times I had chills, in some of the scenes, and I'm just like, fuck, this show was awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's calls it a wrap. So expect Captain Power and the Casters of the Present
in the future.
In the future,
yep.
2020. Vegas, thank you for joining us, sir.
Yep.
Thank you for having me.
Always, man.
And so,
Chikai, Sentai Castranger.
It's funny you mentioned Beast Morphers a lot, Tom.
Oh, we're doing...
Next week we're talking about Beast Morphers.
Because we haven't had silver medal episodes in quite some time, the casters and I, we got to talking and thinking maybe it's time we started talking more about Power Rangers. So we will be talking about the first few episodes of Power Rangers Beast Morphers next week.
Oh, they're on Netflix now, right?
They are, so everyone can watch them.
How many episodes are we doing?
Let's say 3.
All right, first 3.
Oh, go ahead, Gar.
Gar's here.
No Kyoranger Brave?
Nope.
It's on the schedule. You didn't add it.
Well, no, since there's no Rider or Sentai next week, it was going to be Kyoranger Brave.
Oh, is there?
First, and then...
No, there's no Rider next week.
I had not heard.
Yeah, there's no Rider or Sentai next week.
Are we talking about Brave?
Yeah, Kyoranger Brave.
Shit, I'll talk about Brave.
Okay, well, if there's not going to be any Sentai Rider next week, then we'll add that in as well.
So sadly, I won't be here next week because I'm going somewhere with my girlfriend and her family, so I was invited, so I won't be here.
God damn it, Lane!
I'm
That's
sorry.
a good excuse. I hope you have fun.
I'm so sorry.
Have fun, Lane.
I will.
Tell your
I'll miss
girlfriend,
everybody.
Tell your girlfriend I said hi.
I will.
Because she's a sweetheart.
Oh, Kelly's the best.
She treats you right, so she deserves my respect.
Oh.
It is very cold in here.
Because I don't really know her that well, but she makes you happy, so that...
Go to my room, it's an icebox.
I don't know.
She makes you happy, so I'm happy.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm happy that you're all happy, because otherwise life would be crappy.
Oh,
yeah.
And we love you guys.
Have you guys fucking watched Kyoranger Brave?
I watched
a few episodes.
I watched a bit of Family.
It's like if BTS was it's like if BTS was a Power Rangers team.
Go check out the Autogar Watches things, and I put a little thing in there.
I just don't like that the episodes are so short.
Well, yeah, we can probably talk about Grand Caesar someday.
We will eventually get to everything.
Everything! Oh. Every Sentai, every Kamen Rider!
It's been like 5 years and we're not out of topics, so trust me.
No,
as long as I draw breath, we will keep going.
If you're gonna cover everything, you're
no,
gonna have to
not
be like converted
Bakugan.
into robots.
We already did Ryukendo.
We did Ryukendo.
I was actually considering.
If you want to,
just literally for Christmas for everybody, I'm just going to buy a shit ton of Bakugan's.
You know what, Blaze?
Take them out of the box and wrap them all.
Go to Canadian.
Okay. Don't even start that.
If you pay each of us $100 each.
Don't even start that. Don't even go down that way.
Because you'll know that he's thinking about
Someone will.
He's not going to give us $100 each.
I don't want to open the door on this.
My fee if you send me any Bakugan toy.
I would like.
I will do it for one Bakugan toy.
I would not mind owning at least one Bakugan, I'll admit.
You know what? Send us each a box. Send us a box of Bakugan toys.
We'll review it on camera.
I said a while ago that if you got Aqua Siege, that old hard-to-find one, that I would be more receptive to it. That's still sort of on the table, I'll say.
That's still sort of on the table.
Okay.
Well, start saving, buddy.
We'll talk about this some other time. But anyways, in the meantime, thank you all for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing. Holy shit, we've passed like 1,160-ish subs this last week. So Jesus Christ, it's still climbing.
And I
hope, you know what? I'm gonna check it right now. Let's see what we're at.
I hope our subs boost up to like the tens of thousands after we do our Captain Power show, because that'll bring in some people.
Yeah. Maybe it'll happen once I do that Waz AMV I'm thinking about.
Was it? Yeah, you're welcome.
We're at 1170 now.
Jesus fucking Christ, people! What are you doing?
They really like my Poppy MV, but the sad part is that video is demonetized.
Oh.
Hey, man.
It's always a bag of dicks.
Anyways, thank you all for checking us out. And if this was your first time, I hope you like what you heard. Make sure you subscribe to us, hit that bell, or you can follow us on Podbean, where you can download the episodes. And we also publish to Google Play, iTunes, and Spoofy.
Chris does all of that work. I do nothing.
Yeah.
It brings awesome, Tom. That's all we need.
It takes me like 3 hours every Saturday morning to edit, publish, and like just fill out all the descriptions and tags and
Hey,
thumbnails.
I sometimes put whole minutes into coming up with bits for this show.
Minutes.
Like I had to for the censored thing and extra. I had to open the app. I had to push the button.
Anyways,
I had to do a search.
Thank you, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Say bye, Gar.
See ya.
He's gagged.